Hello, everyone. Welcome. So happy that you're here. So, today we're going to do a flow that is geared towards digestion. So, we'll be using some gentle yoga and some Qigong techniques. So, if you have a brick, that will be helpful, and maybe even a blanket. But actually, before we do that, let's have a seat. And close your eyes. Inhale into the lower belly, accessing that stable ground within. And exhale out of the mouth, empty, and feel your bones settle. Let go into the earth. And hands to the heart, please. We'll do an Om together. Breathe in. Allowing the vibration to settle into a momentary stillness where you can sense the mantra that the heart is repeating with Om, which is thank you. Now that's my own rendition. Traditionally, I don't know if a lot of people would say that the heart says thank you after Om, but that's been my thing recently. All right. So you might want to go wide on your mat. And maybe put a blanket down so your knees will feel a little supported. And we're going to take a brick and either put it, I'm going to do level 2 like this. And I'm going to start with it widthwise. I think level 2 is going to be more intense. You could always go level 1. We're just going to lay our abdomen on the brick. And so you want the top parts of the brick to be around the lower rib area. And you might have a bolster or a small cushion to support your head or your arms. So my knees are in a wide sort of child's pose. You could even go into something like frog. It just depends on how your feet are. And I'm going to sit my hips back. So right now my toes are in like a wide child's pose, but my toes aren't touching. And I'm going to go, like I said, level 2. And I'm going to bring the brick right at the center of my abdomen. And the top parts of the brick widthwise are accessing the rib area. So right under that floating rib where you have your organs resting under the rib cage, right? So initially quite tender, but you don't have to put your full weight on the brick, right? And I just want you to explore with your breath. Maybe you move a little side to side. Maybe the brick goes a little lower for you, a little higher. So I just decided that the brick actually has to go under my rib cage. So I moved it down just a tiny bit. And I'm going to rest my forehead on a cushion. And I'm still in more of a wide kind of child's pose without my toes touching. If you brought your heels in, toes out, and flexed your feet with your heels under your knees, that would be more of a prone frog. And we're just stimulating the organs, the breath, giving a little bit of a massage, a little attention to this area. And now we're going to isolate it just a little bit more. If you're comfortable with coming up, and if you ate recently or drank recently, you might be feeling this. So I'm going to take the brick now, still on level 2, but I'm going to bring it lengthwise. So the top of the brick to the right side. So I'm bringing it, the top of the brick, more to the right side under the rib cage. And so the bottom of the brick is supporting my pelvis a little bit. And now I'm focusing the attention on stimulating now the liver that's on the right side. In the liver, it does so much in Chinese medicine. It processes and filters so many toxins in our body. If you were to walk the brick down around the belly button point, you would access more of the large intestine, which is the organ for letting go in relation to the season of fall. Now, I know that sometimes maybe people don't expect that we talk about digestion or organs, or I'm going to go there, even bowel movements in yoga, right? But if you have slow digestion, lying on a brick was always something that I would do in the lower aspect. So I would just walk the top of the brick down, or you could walk the bottom of the brick up, and you could play with it. So I just moved it down and now stimulating more around the belly button on the right side, the large intestine. And allow the breath to fill the back ribs. Nice. And now I'm even feeling some sensation as the brick is supporting the right side of my pubic bone, like working some of that connective tissue fascia around the pubic bone can also be a little tender, okay? So just notice what you're noticing. And we're going to shift the brick to the left side now. Accessing more stomach, spleen, still organs of digestion. And just notice where it's tender, where it's not. If you have any blockages or patterns of holding in the diaphragm, so you might feel it under the rib cage. And see if you can allow the breath to move through the whole body. So as you fill the lower belly on the inhale, let it rise from toes up, fingers crown. Out the mouth, exhale back down, releasing tension. Excellent. So just knowing that there's lots of ways that we can give our organs a little stimulation, right? And slowly start to come up. Of course, cleansing is a good way, right? You know, whether you do something like a 1-day fast or you do seasonal fasts, 3 days, 10 days, or longer. And as you come up here, let's come into just a little bit of cat's breath. If you want to keep the blanket under your knees, you can do that for some support. Curl the toes. Inhale, arch, so feeling that extension. Tailbone rises. Exhale, tuck chin and round. And bringing your awareness to your center. As you now open the abdomen and then exhale, contract it in the cat position ever so slightly. Good, 3 more. Good, last one. Awesome. And now slowly, neutral spine, bringing your feet to the side, lie on your back. So there's 3 yoga asanas. Well, it's really 1 yoga asana, but 3 different forms of it. Hug your knees into your chest, the wind removing pose. So creating any sort of compression to the center is really going to help digestion. You can rotate ankles. Open and close toes, reverse, and you can play with keeping your knees together, or if they naturally want apart, just feel that. So here we're accessing the transverse colon, which moves horizontally at the top portion of the abdomen, below the rib cage. And as you inhale, the navel fills, it creates a slight pressure, a compression on the thighs, yeah? Just stimulating this area. Good, now keep the right knee in, extend the left leg long, and interlace hands over right knee shin. Flex both of your feet and begin to pull the right knee up towards the right armpit. So you might have to move the knee over a little bit. Feel the right hip dropping. And my elbows are hugging into the side body. Now accessing the ascending colon, which rises up on the right side. And now take a breath. Left hand on the outside of the right knee, right arm out to the side. Exhale, knee moves to the left. And you only want the knee to move over enough that the right shoulder is rooted. So I like palm up, elbow soft. And if your knee goes over far enough with the right shoulder rooted, you might scoot your left hip under. I like to hook the right toes behind the thigh. I just say that twisting asanas, as it's wringing out the spine, right, that it gives a gentle pressure to the organs. So they say, the teachers who've walked the path of yoga before you and I, they say that twists are detoxifying. Exhale. Great. Come on up. Knees back into your chest. Pause and breathe. Keeping the left knee in. Extend the right leg. Interlace hands on the shin. My grip is a little higher, like right below the knee. And now I'm flexing both feet. So the right femur bone roots and the left knee moves towards armpit. You might feel a tiny pinch in the front hip. That's on purpose. And even though you're pulling the left knee in, the weight is still even from right to left. So you're not leaning to the left, yeah? Nice. Take a full breath in. Right hand moves towards the left knee, left arm to the side. Exhale, left knee moves right, just enough that the left shoulder roots. And maybe scoot the right outer hip under. Feel the left shoulder soft, the breath full. Good. Excellent. Bringing both knees into the chest. You can hold on, we're just gonna rock up. So I'm gonna lift the feet, hold under the knees, come on up to a seated position. And we'll do a little chi massage. So we'll trace the pathway of the large intestine. And so make fists, and I call it caterpillar fists because you imagine there's a caterpillar in this circle, the whole of the fist, and you're not going to squish them. And then with your fingernail side of your hands, you're going to start right side of abdomen. Inhale up, exhale, cross and down in a circle. That circle's left. And make sure to exhale out of the mouth to release stagnation, but to also access under the rib cage. To the sides of the ribs, we have a lot of meridians that run through the ribs that deal with digestion, as a lot of the organs do, purification, digestion. And so here, now we'll just stay at the ribs and go in and out of the ribs. Inner ribs, outer ribs. Breathe in. And exhale, release, bring the palms up. Just notice and feel. Beautiful. And we'll come to standing with your feet as wide as your shoulders or mat. Feel the bottoms of your feet open to earth. And remember in Qigong, foundationally, every time you inhale, and you can take this into a meditative practice in your life, no matter what you're doing, you're inhaling into the lower abdomen, which 3 finger widths below the belly, your center. And you exhale out the mouth and feel the bones fall into gravity. So every breath. And now we're going to move from the center, our sea of qi, dantian. Turn it to the right as the right knee bends, and notice how the weight shifts to that right foot. Exhale, turn from the center, left knee bends, weight shifts there. And when you turn, your arms will start to swing and knock on the kidneys. And so I turn right, and my right back thumb knocks on left kidney. I turn left, the left back thumb knocks on right kidney. That opposite hand is slapping the side ribs. Exhaling. Every time you slap, you can also do long breaths. So I find that the exhales are energizing. And sometimes I just need to ground and slow down. That's why I love Qigong, because it allows me to do that. Okay, very busy kind of person, mind and body. And so I like to just breathe deep. Good. Please continue. Just noticing the quality of that light tap. Good. Tongue soft. And letting the head follow the rotation, the axis of the spine. And now you'll keep swinging, but you'll release the tapping, but swing the arms. Waterways, exhale. Breathe in, finger soft. Fill the belly. Bones drop, tailbone drops, and pause, center. Good. And now hands form a chi ball in front of the lower dantian, hands side by side. And just close the fingers ever so gently. Fingers are rounded. Inhale, open. And close. And now right hand on top. Form the chi ball from top to bottom. Inhale. Left hand on top, exhale. And how close or how far your hands are is just gonna be preference of how you're feeling, right? Can you feel anything in your hands? Like there's a magnetism to the fingers. And now with that right hand on top, you'll turn to the right, moving from the dantian, and sink the weight into the right foot. And then switch. The left hand comes on top. Exhale, chi ball goes left as you sink weight left. Exhale. So we're making a horizontal figure eight. Exhale. Inhale, travel. Exhale. And imagine that this figure eight quality is moving through your abdomen, just bringing a sense of purification to the organs. Like removing any imbalances. Nice. And the next time that you turn left, left hand on top, we'll bring hands side by side now, turn center. Press the hands towards the abdomen. And then seal in, exhale. Press down. Good, ground. Inhale, circle. Palms down. Palms up. Inhale. Rise up the spine. The stillness, receptivity of earth. Open the arms. Exhale. Feel the crown of the head widen as you turn the palms up and collect. Inhale, pulling down the heavenly chi, letting it fill the spine. Exhale. Palms up. Let the earth chi fill the navel, meeting with the heaven chi at the crown. Beautiful. Exhale. One more. Each one. Inhale, palms up. And palms up the center. Breathe in. Beautiful. Very good. Step in, one hand on top of the other. Breathe into your center. And circle right. Circle left. Pause. Awesome. Good. And then we'll close with an Om. So if you want to sit, or you can stay standing, and you can come into Eagle Mudra if you'd like. Right hand to heart, left hand on top. Cross the thumb over. Thank you for giving yourself this gift of presence and joining me. Exhale. For Om, breathe in. Jai, may you celebrate the flow that's guiding you with a thank you in your heart for every experience that presents itself. We say, Jayo flow. All right. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening. Bye.
Bye. It's nice to see you, Susan.